All right, today we are diving deep into a therapy that's got a lot of people talking, injectable NAD+. We're going to break down the science, the different ways it's delivered, and the benefits people are seeing, all based on the latest clinical research.
So just think about this for a second. What if you could skip all the usual digestive stuff and just send a shipment of pure fuel straight to your cells? That's really the core idea we're going to explore, and it all centers on one single critical molecule.
And that's where NAD+ comes in. You can think of it as the power source for your cells. I mean, it's not just important, it's absolutely essential. Every single cell in your body needs it to make energy, to repair your DNA, to basically keep the lights on and run the whole show.
Okay, so you might be thinking, wait, don't we get NAD+ from food or supplements? And you're right, we do. So why on earth would anyone choose to inject it? Well, it all comes down to one simple concept: getting a direct hit. This slide really breaks it down for us. When you take a pill, right, it has to go on this long journey through your gut, then it gets processed by the liver. A lot can get lost along the way. It's slow, but direct injection, it's like taking the express lane. It completely bypasses all of that and puts NAD+ right into your bloodstream, ready to go to work immediately. So what this all means is that you're getting three huge advantages. First, an immediate effect. The NAD+ levels in your blood just shoot right up. Second, you get way more of it to the tissues that are screaming for it, like your brain and your muscles. And third, all that available NAD+ immediately flips the switch on these critical repair enzymes in your body. It's just a much more direct and powerful way to get things done at the cellular level. All right, so we get the why. Now let's talk about the how. Because it turns out there isn't just one way to do this. The method you use can actually be customized for a specific goal. This chart lays it all out perfectly. You've got the IV drip, which is the most intense approach. It's super fast, gives you the highest peak of NAD+, and it's perfect for those really intensive situations, like a full cognitive reboot. Then you have intramuscular, or IM. That's kind of the middle ground. It creates this little reservoir of NAD+ in the muscle that releases steadily. And finally, there's subcutaneous, or SC, which is the easiest and most convenient for just regular ongoing maintenance. So you see, each one has its own specific job. So the NAD+ is in. What happens next? How does it actually go from being in your bloodstream to getting things done inside your cells? Let's follow the journey. It's a pretty straightforward process, really. It starts with the injection, of course. That causes an immediate spike in your blood plasma. Then, super quickly, we're talking minutes, your tissues that need it the most just start soaking it up. This huge new supply of NAD+ then activates those key repair pathways, the sirtuins and PARPs. And all of that cellular action is what leads to the actual effects people feel, like that boost in energy and mental clarity. Which brings us to the big question. What are the results? What are the main benefits that clinics and early studies are actually reporting? And the reported benefits are pretty impressive. Right at the top of the list, you hear about immediate boosts in energy and just feeling sharper cognitively. People also report recovering way faster after a tough workout. And then there's the deeper stuff, like enhanced DNA repair, and it's even being used to help support people through the challenges of addiction and withdrawal. And look, this isn't just word of mouth. As you can see here, both clinics and early studies are documenting these really rapid improvements. We're talking measurable changes in energy, clarity, mood, and a reduction in that feeling of brain fog. And it happens fast. So just how fast are we talking? Well, get this. For the really intensive IV protocols, clinics are often seeing patients report initial improvements after just 1 to 3 sessions. That speed is, without a doubt, one of the most compelling things about this direct delivery approach. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here. When you boil it all down, what are the main reasons someone would choose to go the injectable NAD+ route? It really all comes down to 3 simple but powerful words. Speed, getting a rapid effect you can actually feel; potency, delivering a strong dose right where it needs to go; and versatility, having the flexibility to tailor the approach, whether it's for a major reboot or just simple, ongoing maintenance. And let's be clear about what that means. The speed and potency give you a biological punch that pills just can't match. The versatility means it can fit different needs and lifestyles. And maybe most importantly, this isn't just a cool theory. It's backed up by human studies and really solid animal research showing that this stuff gets into the tissues and it gets in there fast. So this all leaves us with one last pretty big question to think about. as we get smarter about influencing our own biology, right down at the cellular level. Are these kinds of direct interventions? Is this what the future of health and wellness looks like? It's definitely a fascinating space to watch.